got emissions and IDJ. What a pioneers across the land. They developed many moves, a style that predated breakdance. Hardball confusion, Afro-Cuban jazz infusion. They had the battles that lasted for hours, and the music kept getting stronger. The horseshoe, the horseshoe, the horseshoe, the horseshoe.
Oh, well, that's a lovely start. Mike's live. Here we go. Meet Raffle on Six Music with the Horseshoe. And I'm playing that because it's great. And also because Fat White Family, who join me now, welcome to our live room, guys. You are fans and friends of Meet Raffle, as I understand it, right?
Good friends, yeah.
Yeah? Have you played gigs with them a few times?
Many times.
Yeah, we just did a little tour with them.
Okay. And how was that? Was it fun?
Yeah, great. Ideal touring partners.
Good tour buddies. That's from Hi-Fi Classics, and that track was called The Horseshoe. Really lovely stuff. Fat White Family, welcome to the programme. And it's a busy time for you at the minute. The new album's just come out, just in time for Mother's Day. Songs for Our Mothers. Did you celebrate its release? Just came out 22nd, I think, January.
Didn't actually celebrate its release
No.
at all.
Oh.
We did a lot of celebrating before the release.
Before and after the
years
release, but
leading.
on the release day, there was
Actually,
nothing.
yeah, we decided not to celebrate.
Just a
at
kind
that
of
point.
contemplative moment of quiet.
Yeah.
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 It's more of mourning.
Yeah, we celebrated while we made it, and then on the day we mourned.
Well, that sounds all right. It sounds like there's a kind of circle of life thing going on there. It's quite nice. So where did the title come from? Because it's a very engaging one.
I thought that I would just. I thought, what would I, if I was just going through a second-hand record store, what would I, and I saw that, I would buy it instinctively,
Yeah.
not knowing what it was.
Yeah.
So I kind of imagined it in 25 years' time in a dusty shop, and maybe someone will get it and then they'll be surprised by what's on it, because it doesn't really sound like songs for your mother.
Not really. It kind of slightly belies the content. So you just finished a tour and about to go back out doing a UK tour of your own. Is there anywhere that you're particularly looking forward to getting back to?
I always like going to Glasgow.
You do.
Yeah.
I like going to Glasgow.
Hebden Bridge.
Yeah, and there's Hebden Bridge. There's going to be a Hebden Bridge date for the Excentronic Research Council as well, isn't there? Next few days.
Next week, I think.
Okay.
Next week, I think there's a couple of tickets left for that.
Okay.
Should
All
we
right.
go out and buy them?
Well, might talk about that in a minute. I might ask you a bit more about that. For now, would love to hear a track. What are you going to play for us first, lads?
We're going to play a song called Who's the Whitest Boy on the Beach, or The Whitest Boy on the Beach. Either of those.
Either's good.
All right, let's do it. Fat White Family.
Chain now, who's the weakest link?
universe began? Baby, can you tell me how the universe began? Baby, can you tell me how the universe began? It started with a whimper, and then there came a bang. It started with a whimper, and then there came a bang. It started with a whimper, and then there came a bang. It started with a whimper, and then there came a bang. Came a bang, came a bang, came a bang, came a bang. Was it I? 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 Was it I?
Yes, please. Yes. Fat White Family on BBC Six Music sounding absolutely amazing. So tell us a little bit about making the album then, aside from the celebratory nature of the record's inception. What else do we know? You started off working in Sean Lennon's studio for a bit, but then
Yes.
didn't end up there. What happened?
We went there with no ideas, and we left
That
with
was a
one.
good
We had no
start.
idea what we were doing. So
We left with one. But you know, we took a bit of a time. It took time. We didn't have, because obviously we didn't have any time to write the songs compared to the first album, so we had
Yeah.
to make it all in the studio, which kind of lengthened the process out. But so we started in Sean's place and ended up with one track that we kept, and then we went to an abattoir. Was it an abattoir?
It was like the
obvious choice.
accommodation was like a disused abattoir, yeah.
Right, okay.
And we were
What?
10 miles from the nearest shop.
Can I just back up? Like, why?
Oh, because that was the studio that the producer we were working with.
Ah.
It was that
selected.
sadist from Chashmouth, Liam. Liam D. May wanted us to be, in the pain for the
So yeah, it
record.
was really cold. The only place to cook was an outdoor barbecue, and there was only 4 beds or something. There was like 7 of us there.
Everybody fighting over who gets to sit near the radiator.
It was pretty.
It sounds like quite a kind of brutal divide and conquer
it
production
was-
technique.
It was pretty stark.
Yeah, it was counting the minutes kind of thing.
He was just kind of getting the edge going between everybody.
But that's where we got the real kind of meat of the.
Meat of the matter.
It does have. I was trying to think what's like the kind of adjective of abattoirial sound. I can hear that. I'm like thinking about it, going, yeah, that makes sense.
Lots of things have died here.
So apparently, I read that disco was the missing ingredient that made everything
the missing
start to come
ingredient in
together.
everything, I think, disco really.
What? So how did that? How did you discover that?
I don't know. I think I've had a few people come up to me and say that they don't hear, and there is no disco, and that I shouldn't say that there is, because I'm taking the name of disco.
There is
I'm
no
just
disco.
trampling on it. But I just it was just one that kind of like digga kind of
that
synth
marauder,
sound.
the marauder
Just
vibe.
that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all of it.
The Donna
That's
Summer
it. That's
effect.
all the disco there is on the album. Yeah.
Okay.
Just that
A li-
sound.
There's enough for us to bang on about it all the time.
So the first record, obviously, was rapturously received. Critics absolutely loved it. But I did read an interesting quote. I think it was from you, Saul, which said, if you were going to listen to all of your online critics, it would be impossible to do anything other than make the most conservative music imaginable. What was that first record like? Because I guess there's a mixture of things, isn't there? Where it's like you come out and there is this kind of very confrontational element to what you do, which is there's so nothing else around like that at the moment. That really makes you stand out, I think, or at least not very much around that. It's not the
obvious,
dominant
yeah.
mood, is it?
Yeah.
So that kind of comes out, and then it's really in people's faces, and obviously, like, people love it, but at the same time, there's a lot of hype and a lot of talk around it all.
A lot of people don't love it. As
Yeah, well. So
A lot
what
of
was
people
that like?
actively loathe it.
So what's that like? You put your record out, and it just creates this kind of huge reaction.
Well. It's funny, really.
It's quite an abstract thing, really. You don't interact with these people a great deal.
Really? Because, like, you know, if you're on Twitter and you're on...
If you're,
you do.
if you're constantly on Facebook and you click down the comments thread on everything, you can make yourself quite depressed quite quickly. If you
My
open yourself
friend,
up to it.
my friend Lennon from Brixton here, he said he's going to shoot Alex Petridis, from whatever his name is. He's going to track him down. That's what he's been saying. So
Wow.
That's, you know, that's,
Wow.
that's,
some
that's,
people,
that's
some people
meat
take it
raffles.
seriously.
That-
Some people, not us. We don't mind, but Lennon's after him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that this is horseplay and certainly not the views of the
gonna get ya.
BBC.
He'll get you.
What do you think about the kind of critical mood around at the moment? Because I do think that, you know, like I'm saying, a lot, you know, the lyrics are really out there and the live shows are quite extreme. And then the videos, actually, Brett Anderson was in the other day and talking about the Touch the Leather video and saying, I just wish we had done that in 1993. And kind
really?
of, like, yeah, very, very annoyed about
Too
it.
late, brother.
I mean, like, you know, what do you kind of think about that? Because it's interesting that you're putting all that out there, but it's at a time when people are conservative. I think people are scared to do
Kinda
things
like
that
we're
are
going
edgy.
backwards, though, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
all this kind of stuff already happened 30 or 40 years ago. We're perfectly aware of the fact that it's not like, you know, totally original. It's derivative. But things have become progressively more and more tame, haven't they?
Well, I think that as well
Only,
as
only in the kind of, you know, in the
commercial
in the
arena.
mainstream or
Yeah.
whatever. You know, I don't think people really care about what goes on in the mainstream. Really, I just think it's almost irrelevant. There's good stuff happening everywhere.
I think there's a kind of literalism, though, isn't there? There's like a need that people have now to have everything explained, and so if you have a lyric, it's
That's
like
it, yeah,
I just have to know that this lyric is not based on a thing that actually happened. Like I'm not obviously being a bit older. Like I remember when it wasn't like that. That's quite seems like a new thing to me.
People are just very bored. I think.
Yeah, they want you to
Too
draw,
much
draw a
time on
map,
their
you
hands.
know. They're always asking
Too
you to
much time
explain
online.
what it's about. And what's the point in that? You would have just written a thesis or a proclamation or something. Why bother making a song?
Some people do, though.
You know,
You
it's
know.
just lazy.
That's the thing. But what? So you think
takes the mystique out of it.
put it in the music?
Yeah.
Got it. Get yourself into an abattoir and make a record.
That's it, yeah.
So with that in mind, I mean, this record is coming out on your own label. It's just out on Without Consent. Is that a lot of extra work for you to do it that way, or is that just what you prefer?
Not much actually. We have because other people do it.
People do it for us.
Oh, look at
Looking
that.
at you, man.
No, it's not as much work as we anticipated. I was kind of looking forward to a bit of work, but it didn't come. Life goes on.
All
Such
right.
a shame.
Listen, Fat White Family, it's brilliant to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us. And we're going to have more live music from these guys very shortly. But for now, thanks.
If your memory serves you well, we were gonna meet again and wait. So I'm going to unpack all my things and sit before it gets too late. No man alive will come to you
exactly. This Wheel's on Fire, Julie Driscoll, Brian Auger and the Trinity on BBC Six Music. I'm back in the live room with Fat White Family. Bit of a cough. Should we get the Robbie Tussin out?
Yes, please.
Is there anything we can do? I'll give you a little pat on the back if you can clear those pipes. Lots of lovely messages coming in from Six Music listeners about Fat White Family. Modern Woman Girl says, the only band I went to see 3 times in 1 year, are live in session on Six Music and sounding amazing as always. You have got a... Yeah, you've got a really great reputation for the live show. Was that an instant thing with you that you know, it just worked live, or did it take a lot of effort?
It was years of suffering and failure.
It took a while, I guess. Yeah.
A long while.
And what about the second record? Like, how are the new songs sounding live? Because I know that some of it was, I think, written with live in mind, or kind of you played the songs live before you recorded them type thing?
We didn't play any.
No,
of them
no,
live
it was the
before.
opposite.
Oh, really? I thought that with Whitest Boy on the Beach. I read.
Oh no, with Whitest Boy on the Beach, I guess it was a different song.
Right.
We used to play it live. It
Oh,
just had
right,
the same
okay.
lyric in it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There you go.
we're getting there with these songs now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I read that you spent New Year together in the States.
No.
Is that wrong?
I was in Norway.
You were alone in the States, having some alone time.
I was having a bit of alone time.
Okay. And was that a positive experience for you?
Oh yes.
Yes, good. Excellent. Okay.
Say no more.
I will. I'll just. Do you know what? I'm just going to leave that then. I also wanted to ask a bit more about the Eccentronic Research Council, because we mentioned that the date's coming up. Tell us a bit about that project, because we played some of the tracks last year, I think it was, from the last record. So it's Adrian Flanagan, Maxine Peake's involved, and you guys. How did that all happen?
How did that happen?
There's a man just come out of the wall.
Adrian.
You came to a gig, didn't you?
Adrian. Contacted me, just wanted to hang out when we went to
He
Sheffield.
put us on his Baker's Dozen on the Quietest. That was the
it,
thing.
yeah.
And then we hooked up in Sheffield and just
Okay.
started working together.
Right.
Kind of for fun, and then it expanded.
So it became, I think there's been a couple of EPs, but is there going to be another...
They've just finished mixing the album.
Right, okay.
You know.
So that'll be out this year then, presumably?
Yeah, that should be out this year.
Brilliant. Okay, that's exciting. And what about other projects then for you? Is it just going to be Fat Whites and that, or are you going to be thinking
I've got
about doing-
another. I'm in another band called Warm Dusher, and we have another album coming out, second record. We've got
Lots of
a few
things on the
things
go.
going on. A few things.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, long may it continue.
Yes.
Right. Well, would love another track from you guys then. What's it going to be? And can you tell us anything about the second song before we hear it, maybe?
It's kind of self-explanatory. It's called Satisfied,
It's about sexual vertigo, I believe.
Oh, right. Okay.
according to me. Whatever
don't-
that means.
Well, don't look down.
Anybody's
Let's
guess.
go. Fat White Family on Six Music.
Satisfied. satisfied, satisfied. I'm so easily satisfied, 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 satisfied, satisfied. I'm so easily. Thank you.
Smooth as silk. Fat White Family on BBC Six. Smooth as eggs? Oh, God. Thank you very much for joining us. Such a pleasure to have you on the show. Thanks for
having
being
us.
here. Fat White Family on Six Music. The
Thank you.
album Songs for Our Mothers is out now.
Bristol in the late